Alright, I guess you can tell by now we're going to talk about air pumps. Yep. Well, I'm getting this crazy loud sound throughout the house. The floor joists are starting to vibrate because I've added tanks to the house, and really I just don't have enough air to do what I want to do. So I do a lot of coaching of bee venom therapy. And a lot of people will recognize this poster that I've used over the years to educate people about apitherapy. It is something that I do and coach to. People can make a donation. I would say 99% of the time people don't because they're not able to, and I'm perfectly okay with that. I don't do this for the money. I do this to help people. But I had a patient that has been listening to my radio show series for a couple of years and has benefited from that coaching, which is all free. And I just had a lengthy phone conversation with him, and I'm going to do some personal coaching, obviously, like I do for anybody that calls me. And he just insists on doing something for me. So I took a little bit of that money and bought an appropriate air pump for the project at hand. This is a really big pump, and I'm just immensely grateful. I would have never been able to buy such a big pump. It's far in excess of what I expected I would ever own. This thing is massive. You can tell by the number of ports that it puts out an awful lot of air. Now I'm going to eventually plumb all of this air line into PVC, which will run along the walls throughout the house. And I'm going to drop a line down through the floor of the house out to the pond that I want to build. So this pump in particular will meet or surpass my needs for air ever here, I think. So, of course, my big tank out here will probably be excluded, my 180, because it's so far from everything. But I don't sleep next to that, so I mostly want to make this quieter in my bedroom. So I've got 3 tanks in there, and then the room next to mine is my fish room. And so all of that air pump noise is affecting my night sleep. And of course I have to leave it on to keep the fish oxygenated at night. So this is very meaningful to me. I'm immensely grateful for this. It's one of the key pieces for this project that I need. So let's see what this baby does. They make 4 of these, and this is probably the second biggest one. So their 60 is in their heavy duty series, but it's pretty beefy. So it's going to run water down to almost 10 feet deep. So my pond will definitely not exceed that. But look at this. We're putting out 5,500 cubic inches a minute. That is a massive amount of air. And it's doing it at 45 decibels. We're running 50 watts. So at 5.8 psi, which is outstanding. This is a massive boost to my aquarium system. I'm toying the idea of actually putting this outside in the hot tub enclosure, and then I can use it right from there to the pond and then run a feed into the house. I gotta look at that. But for now, it'll be in the fish room when I get it going, and then later I'll get it all plumbed the way I want when I do my racking. But let's take a listen and see. And I got all the instructions out looking at it, but let's turn it on. And of course, a lot of what you're hearing is the air coming out. But boy, yeah, that dude's not bad. Man, it doesn't take a lot to really make me happy in life, but when somebody does just something nice for you like that, to say how much they appreciate your life's work and how it's positively impacted them, and that they feel compelled to pay it back. I'm greatly moved by that. I never expect these things, and I rarely accept them, to be frank. But I also never want to deprive somebody in the positive feeling of giving back to somebody. That is very important. So thank you. He knows who he is. Man, this really means a lot, just like the roof on the house. So those of you that may not know, a number of years ago, there was a contest here in Eugene held annually where they give away a free roof for somebody who's done a lot of good work for the community. And I had 35 people or so that wrote in and wrote some of the most amazing letters about how they were improved by my Venom coaching. And the folks at the roofing company were just moved. They said in all the years they've done this program and worked with Owens Corning, the material donator, that they had not ever seen a response like they've seen with the Bee Venom community. So I am blessed with a roof that will last the rest of my life. And this is probably the last air pump I'm going to need for my life too. So this is extremely meaningful. Big step up for the system. And yeah, this should quiet things down and meet my needs to grow. So I am massively stoked. The fish will be happy as well. Hopefully I can grow some beautiful creatures with this and have fun doing it. So thank you so much. This really means a lot to me just because it is a donation back for my work. It's just an exceptionally nice gesture, and one that I hope to keep as a rare incident, by the way. I do not coach for money generally. I just don't really want to be doing that. I want to lift up our community who needs it. So thank you. This is awesome. I am stoked beyond words. So, of course, now I've got some work to go to build a shelf and get that baby installed. But I'm very excited to have a massive air pump now. Thank you guys so much. I'm Dive Girl Deb, and wow, this really makes me happy. So thank you so much. Your generosity is grand. Thank you.